business. Let's get snatched. A lot of us have the fear of the unknown, the fear of not starting something and failing. We all have that fear, but the people who have succeeded have always overcome the fear, the fear of failure. They have overcome the fear of failure, and they are able to become successful. It goes the same in a lot of things. A lot of us don't want to start a weight loss journey. We are scared. We are saying, what if I fail? Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about not being able to lose the weight. Don't worry about any of that. It's none of your business. What is your business is that you thought about it and you actually started. That's what we are working towards. Let's move more, eat less, drink more water, become better, and improve versions of ourselves. Understanding is not a seasonal quick fix. It is a lifestyle. You show up, you show out, you do the needful, and you start seeing results. It's as simple as that. But if we're going to procrastinate, if we're going to wish it, and not put in the work, we won't see results. So let's get started. Let's get started, people. My name is Mirabel Elume. I think my lighting is kind of acting up, but we're going to work with that. All right, people? I'm sorry about that, but we'll work with that. I've been struggling with the lighting, but as far as I can go, this is as much as we can see ourselves this morning. Okay? This is as much as I can see myself this morning. I've tried. I've done all that I can to make this lighting better. But this is what we got, okay? This is what we got. This is what we're working with. I cannot do more than that. I'm in the basement. I've turned on all the lights, and as hard as the lighting can go, my eyes get affected by it sometimes. And so I want to be able to see, right? I want to be able to see. I don't want to get up and one day I don't be able to see. So the lighting, this is as much as we can tolerate this morning. So let's go, people. We move more, we eat less, we drink more water, we become better and improve versions of ourselves. Give me just 30 minutes of your time daily. Only 30 minutes. Is that too much to ask? 30 minutes of your time? All I'm asking for you to show up and show out and become a to become a better and improved version of yourself. This is all we are working on today. This is all we are using to work out today. Targeting the glute, targeting the thighs, targeting our midsection, especially this section, my dear sisters. Ooh, I know a lot of us want this area to be as snatched as always. I know that. I'm one of us. Trust me. I enjoy it when I look at it and it looks snatched. It looks put together. It looks like the work I'm doing to it is actually getting out there. I can feel the result of my hard work. I love to see it. All right. I love it as well. So if you're one of those who is worried about the fact that, ooh, I don't know what to do with this. I mean, I've been working on this for God knows how long and nothing seems to be moving anywhere. Don't worry about it. Come on now. Don't worry about it. How long does it take you to have a baby? For those of you who have become pregnant and become mothers, you know it doesn't take one day. It's not a one-day issue. It's not something that you do on one day and you forget about it. And then 9 months later, you have the baby. It doesn't work like that. You get pregnant from day one. You are actively pregnant. There are no off days. The days that you feel like throwing up, the days you feel like nothing is working, the days you feel like taking the baby out and putting on the side so you can take it back in some other time, the days you don't even have any appetite, the days you eat and everything is coming right back out, first trimester is throwing you off, your nose become bigger than your entire face, all of that. You do not plan for it, but it's a process. You're not giving up because you don't like the procedure. You don't like how it's coming up. You don't like how the process is going on. You don't get it. You don't get to choose. That's not something you choose. The choice you made was when you decided to get pregnant. That's as far as it goes. That is as far as it goes. Once you're pregnant, all you need to do is to go through the process. Good, bad, ugly. However it is, you're going to go through the process. You want the baby at the end of it all, you're going to go through the process. You want a healthy baby at the end of it all, you're going to go through the process. You're going to learn how to be healthy. You're going to learn how to eat right. You're going to learn how to move your body, because at the end of it all, it will determine how much work you put in throughout the process. How your baby turn out, it will depend on how much healthy or how well you took care of yourself during the process. It's not whether you liked it or you didn't like it. It's not your choice to make. You don't have to choose whether you like each day you wake up from sleep or you don't like it. You don't have a choice about that. Your choice is that you stay healthy, regardless of how it feels, you stay healthy. It goes the same with a lot of things in life. Let's bring it to fitness. You wake up every day and your body doesn't say you should get out of bed. You wake up every day and everything in your system says eat as you choose to. You wake up every day and you struggle with your cravings. You're telling your cravings, you know what? Hey, come on, give me a break. I got this. Give me a break. This is me. I got this. Your cravings are telling you something else. Your weight is telling you something else. Your mind is telling you something else. Your self-esteem has gotten out of the door. Your self-esteem has become lower than it was before you started because you're already feeling like a failure. It's just 1 month. You said it was 2026 that you're going to get this weight off your body. You're just in the first month. Be rest assured, you still got at least 10, 11 months to go. 2026 got 12 months. It's just the first month. Pregnancy is 9 months and some goes up to 10 months. On the first month, you cannot give up if you want to have the baby at the end of it all. You cannot give up on the first month because you're throwing up and you're having night sickness. You're having all these kinds of nonsense going on with your body. You can't even control your hormones. You don't even know who you are anymore. It's month 1. And see, you want to have a baby? The baby stays in your stomach. It's month 1. You said you're going to lose the weight on your body and you're just already feeling like this is too hard. No matter how hard I eat, no matter how hard I try, no matter how much water I drink, it seems like the scale seems to be looking at me and saying, you know what? You haven't even started. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's part of the process. It's the learning process. And in order for you to hit those numbers, you've got to go through this learning process. You've got to go through it and learn the discipline of it all for you to be able to figure it out on the other side. You can't just skip this phase. If it was possible, a lot of us will run away from this phase. I included. We'll run away from this phase and we'll just get to this result because we like the result, right? I love the result, but it has taken me a long time to get to where the result is. I didn't just get up and the day that I didn't feel like it, I say, you know what, I'm not going to exercise today. It doesn't feel like my muscles can take this. So I'm going to skip it. I'll lie in my bed and I'm going to eat my chips as much as I want to. But tomorrow when I want to step out, I want my clothes to fit right. I like the body that it feels comfortable. I want to feel lighter when I get up in the morning. It's not going to happen if I'm going to be giving myself off days every day. It won't happen if I continue to give myself off days every day. But when I sit up every day and I say, you know what, this is a lifestyle. This is not a seasonal quick fix. This is something that transforms me from inside out. I want to glow, and that glow is something that is going to be maintained based on how much work I'm able to put in. The glow is not going to come temporarily. It's not a spray glow. It's not a glow that I'm buying from the shop. It's a glow that stays from within. And in order for me to maintain it, I'm going to learn to wake up every day and stay focused on that decision. Because once I'm pregnant and I want a baby in 9 months, there is no off day. This is how I'm going to look at this fitness journey. There are no off days. I got to put in the work and be consistent at it. Even if I don't like it, I'm going to still put in the work. On days that I wake up and it's morning sickness, I am still putting in the work. I am conscious of the journey I'm taking in front of me. I'm telling myself that in order for me to win, I'm going to go through all of these difficulties to learn the discipline to maintain what it is that I'm going to have. You know what happens to the woman's body when she's pregnant during 9 months? She's learning all the tricks and strategies to tolerate her baby. She's learning how to tolerate a toddler. If you have never had a toddler, you will not understand what I'm talking about. That 9 months of pregnancy, have you ever raised your hand and you say, oh Lord Jesus Christ, when I remember, and you say, if I should if I should squeeze life out of you right now, you understand what I went through for you to be on this earth. It teaches you that discipline to hold yourself back and stay focused. and say, you know what? I'm going to go through this. I'm going to go through this because at the end of it all, it's going to make me a mother. It's going to make me a mother, and a mother of a beautiful, healthy baby. So all of this nonsense that I'm experiencing, these night fevers, these cravings that I have no control over, this waking up at midnight and asking that, can I get some mixtures of God knows what? Only your own taste can tell what it is that you eat. Nobody else can put down what you put in your stomach, in their mouth. But you go through it day in, day out. When it's time to get that weight off your body, you've learned the discipline. That's the advantage of being a mother. You have learned the discipline to go through it for months. If you want something to be done, look for a mother. If you want something done to finish, look for a mother. One who loves her babies and see her get that thing done overnight. We learn resilience. We learn how to stay focused. We learn how to go through a process to finish. It is not a joke. It's a learning process. Pregnancy is a learning process. It teaches us how to tolerate our environment. It teaches us a lot. How to be able to condone the nonsense that happens around us. It gives us another level of support. You know, if only he knew what I see. All right. Thank you, Father, for the grace of pregnancy. I'm going to breathe. A lot of women have learned through pregnancy how to be patient. How to be patient and be consistent through something. Because other than that, there is nothing else that has put them under the real test of life. A lot of women have not experienced the real test of life. How it pushes you to the wall and you have nowhere else to go but to push back. Pregnancy is one of the things that teaches us. But somehow we kind of forget. Somehow when the baby is out, we kind of forget that we have learned the discipline on how to take care of ourselves and our surroundings. That we have learned how to become resilient, how to stay focused, how strong we are, how we forget. We somehow forget. And somewhere along the line, we start piling on excessive weight on our bodies and blaming it on the same thing that was meant to teach you discipline. The same thing that is meant to teach you resilience. The same thing that is meant to teach you how to go forward with life without any distraction and staying focused towards a goal. We blame all of our wrongdoings, all of our negative thoughts, all of the things that we are doing now with no discipline, no focus, nothing. Excessive weight on our bodies. Babies. It's because I was pregnant. It's because I've had a child. It's because that was not the reason why you had that child. That was not the discipline you learned. That was not what you were supposed to learn during pregnancy. Those were not the things we were supposed to learn. We somehow forget. And we pick up attitudes that are not ours. You find ourselves falling into postpartum depression and saying that we are so weak, we can't handle certain things. Oh, my dear sister, you forgot. You forgot 9 months ago, you had a human being growing inside of you and you had no choice but to keep pushing forward. You had no choice but to keep pushing forward until that baby gets healthy to maturity and comes out. All of a sudden, you start a 90 days weight loss challenge and on the 30th day, you're giving up. You said you were going to lose weight for 2026. We are just in the first month and you have already piled on extra 10 pounds that you brought in from 2025 into 2026. 10 pounds has increased. When your intent was that you were going to lose weight for 2026. We've got to be conscious and remember where we're coming from, because the strength that comes from remembering the fact that you are a mother, nobody can take it away from you. That comes from inside out. A child is built inside of you, not outside of you. There's a reason for that. Deep down inside of you, there is so much strength. There is so much resilience. There is so much love, self-love, that you do not need anybody else to give you that if you learn to tap within it. Self-confidence, zero. Just because you've gained some few pounds on your body and all of a sudden you don't remember who you are. You've suddenly forgotten. You're giving the power of who you are to things that cannot withstand 1 second of the things you've been through. You seem to forget the resilience that lives inside of you. You seem to forget. There was another level of confidence that broke into me when I had a CS. My first baby was natural birth. Of course, I could talk about pregnancy and childbirth, and I'll have no. I had no idea that there was another level when you do a CS. I had no clue. I used to look at it like, it's just giving birth, When I had a CS and I got up and I coughed and it felt like my stomach separated. Hey, goodness, Lord. I said, Father, Lord, what is this? Not only does it hurt down there where the baby is supposed to come out, not only does it hurt back there where I'm supposed to put things out, but right here in between the upper part of my body and the lower part of my body feels like it is being pulled up, out when I just cough or I laugh. What in the world is this? Why is this not being talked about? Why is nobody telling me that this is what I should expect? That is going to feel like the world is coming down on my shoulder. Why? What is this? My dear sisters who have been through postpartum CS, I salute you. What? God help me. I said, no. This is not what I was programmed for. This is another level of programming. And until you go through the school of CS, that is not being taught enough. People do not understand what a woman's body goes through. The resilience that we have, that we stand up every day and push with strength. Some of you have husbands. When they have a cold, they're shaking in the bed. They cannot even lift a spoon. Your wife, that means if she's on her period and she's one of those with the cramps, she holds the baby, takes care of you, makes sure the house is in order, and you have a cold, you can't even get out of bed. Let's not go to that topic. Let's focus on my sisters today. My dear sisters, take care of yourself. The resilience that is inside of you, the strength that you carry, that you learn during that period of childbirth, during that period of pregnancy, during that period of when, your body is transitioning and making sure that you bring forth another human being. Let nobody make you take it for granted. Because that transition, that process right there, only those of us who have been through it understand it. And every one of it is an experience of its own. Just because I understand it doesn't mean I understand your pain. Your pain can be way more difficult than mine. It's not the same thing. It is not the same thing. It's not because all your wives put to bed, that means that they feel the same like everybody else. Even if she has had 10 kids, every pregnancy is different. Every pregnancy and the delivery and the postpartum is different. It's just like when a company is asking to hire somebody who has experience. You might have experience in technology, but they put you on probation so that you can learn what happens in their company. You know why you are in there for that probation? So that you can understand how they function. Every pregnancy is a new job. It's a new hire. It's a new position. The first one was the experience. You learned that, hey, when you go to work, you're supposed to go to work at 7 a.m. and you get off work at 3 o'clock. You learn that. You have that experience. You know how to sit in front of a computer and know how to turn it off. That is the experience. That's what the first pregnancy gives you. Experience. It doesn't mean you're qualified for every job. So every child is a new child into that process. That's why when a company says bring in your resume and your experience, they ask how many years of experience. Oh, I have 2 years of experience. Oh, fine, you got 2 years of experience. Let's see if you're qualified for this position. We call you in for an interview. We ask you 1 or 2 or 3 questions and we put you on probation, 3 months probation. Sit here, show us what you think you know. In these 3 months, you're not yet a hire. You're not yet part of us. You know nothing according to our books. You just were able to come through the door. You have the experience. You know how to hold 1 or 2 things. You know what an environment, a working environment look like. That's what we have welcomed you into. It doesn't mean you know anything. You don't know shit. You know nothing. That is pregnancy for you. Every pregnancy is different. How the woman even gets out of the labor room is another story altogether. We'll target it on another day. So if you're looking at your wife to be lazy, uncle, because your mother had 6 children and she was able to go back to back and had no support, she did it all on her own. You have no idea. You have no idea what your father put your mother through in order for her to take upon herself to carry those 6 children all by herself. You have no idea. Just because she did it with grace doesn't mean your wife should do the same thing. You have 0 idea what that woman went through. So before you compare your wife, who is pregnant for 1, and she's holding her stomach for 9, honey, I need your support, and you are not giving her the support she needs. My dear brother, you're planning to fail. You're opening the doorway for things to happen in the future that you will not like. You're constantly treating that woman the same way your father did. And of course, if you interview your mother, she'll tell you she is not happy. She never enjoyed it. It wasn't fun. And no woman wants that. So my dear sisters, I want us to tap within. Look within. Trust me, this is possible. This is possible. You can look toned and tight and put together and snatched and look upright and carry your shoulder up because you do the job. Just give me a little bit of your time every day. Just a tiny little bit. That time that says, you know what? I understand that you have been through this before me. I understand you've done this a little more. And let me help you see the other side of yourself that you seem to have forgotten. It's within you. You just need me to activate it. You just need me to say, oh, sister, you got this, and you will figure it out. That is all I'm asking from you. And you figure yourself out. You find yourself back from the space where you started before. Because as it is, life is lifing a lot of us. Life is taking us out of our reality and putting us in spaces that we are learning to adapt to situations we never planned for. Life is telling us that, you know what, I know you know exactly what you're working towards, but as it is difficult for you to maintain what it is that you want. You're going to learn to bend the rules and figure a way out to deal with life. I know that. I understand it. But I can reassure you that whatever it is in you that is strong enough to hold a baby in your stomach for 9 months, you still got it. You still got it. And that same process can be used for you to get weight off your body. The same process can be used to get weight off your body. You just need to take your mind away from this space of a victim mentality. God does not populate the world with victims. He is not populating the world. He's not. God does not partner with victims to populate the world. Stop thinking you're a victim. You're a victor. You've come this far. You're victorious. No man born of a woman has ever been to a labor bed and pushed out a baby or been cut and removed a baby out of their body. No man born of a woman has ever walked into the labor room and pushed a baby out of their vajayjay or has been cut out and the baby has been pulled out of their stomach. So no man should tell you how you feel when you're pregnant. Not even one. None. The most they can do is show you support. What do I mean by the most? It's actually the least. The least they can do is to show you support. God is not a fool. A lot of us have taken ourselves away from the reality, and we are now in the spaces where we are just surviving. Survivors. You used to thrive. You used to be a baddie in your days. And you've had 1 or 2 kids, and all of a sudden you are now in the back burner. Your self-confidence is zero. Your self-confidence is managing. Your self-confidence is one where you put your head down instead of lifting your head up. Auntie, sister, that person is still inside of you. She never left you. She's still in there. All you need to do is activate her. She is in there, and you will be unstoppable immediately you activate her. You will show up day in, day out, and you will show out. You're not going to show up looking as if you're sorry for yourself. You're not going to show up feeling less worthy of yourself. You're not going to show up feeling like somebody else needs to do something else in order for you to be able to do what you want. You're going to take responsibilities for your actions. You're going to say, I got this. And every single day you wake up and you will prove that you got it because it's in there. All you need is to activate it. Activate it with a mind that is focused towards getting the goal. Because as it is, you cannot have a child after 6 months. You can have it after 6 months, but there are going to be other complications. We all know that. After 6 months, the baby will be put in an incubator for the baby to get to a full term. So after 2 months of trying to lose weight on your body and it's not working, your baby is your baby is not mature. Your discipline is not mature. Your self-esteem is not mature. And so that's why you go right back into gaining so much weight after the 2 months of trying. You haven't gained the experience in order for you to be able to manage weight on your body. You have not gained it. That's why there are some people that will get into a job and it's 2 months. Every month they're being fired. Every month they get a new job, they get fired. They get a new job, they get fired. They get a new job, they get fired. You know why? Because they have not learned or mastered what it takes to keep a job. That's what you're doing to your body. Every week, you're on a weight loss journey. You've bought all the detox teas the market can sell. You have every detox tea the market can sell. And every week you're still putting toxins into your body. Have you ever sat down to ask yourself, what is the use of a detox tea? Have you ever asked yourself, what is the use of detoxing? By the way, God is not a fool. Your body has enough detoxing properties. Your liver, that is its function, to detox every toxicity that you put through your mouth. So if you're taking detox tea, that's an extra work for your body. So it can take out extra toxins in your system. So what is the reason why you have all the brands of different detox tea on your table? What is the reason? Because you think it's going to help you to lose the weight on your body. How far? How far, auntie? How far? Keep drinking, okay? And continue the vicious cycle of putting toxins into your system and then using whatever detox tea to get it out. Repeat that cycle over and over. And watch how your body starts shutting down. The good thing about God is that He gives us a long rope to pull. Whatever nonsense we are doing, He gives us a very long rope. It is so long that some of us, our karma gets us when we are in our 80s or in our 60s. And we are wondering, where did this come from? How come that throughout my youth life, I was up and about, and all of a sudden, I can't even use the bathroom? What happened? No, a lot of us don't even remember that our lifestyle is the reason why we are the way we are in our older ages. Those of you who have mothers with a little bit of, not a little bit. Your mother has to tie her loin up here so it can stick. Mine is going to stay because the side of my waist is smaller and this other area is bigger. So the loin is going to stay up here when I tie it, because I'm that auntie that at some point I'm going to start tying something. It's a fashion sense. There's nothing wrong with that fashion sense. I love it anyways. When I want to tie it, mine is going to fit, not because I have a big tummy to hold it up, but because my waistline is snatched. And so it's going to feel itself in there and it's going to stay in. Those of you whose mothers, you can see all of that. You can see all of that other part that is hanging. That is your mirror. Auntie, that is your mirror. It gives you a few years down the road. If you do not change any of those habits that you have incorporated, that you learned from mommy. Of course, mommy learned from grandma. Those bad eating habits and no exercising habit and no drinking of water, and we are always putting in a whole lot of sugary substances in our bodies. You're just watching at your future. You know, mommy got that medication. What about mommy's blood pressure medication? What about daddy's gout medication? What about daddy's stomach medication? You're watching your future in a lens. If you do not change nothing now, God is not a fool. What your future looks like is right there with you. Do you know why a lot of men always refer to their mothers when they want to tell you to have more babies and that you should take care of them? Because their mothers did. Because they learned from their fathers. Their fathers were good for nothing husbands. And so they are trying to teach you that you should also accept them as good for nothing husbands. You're looking at your future in a lens. If you do not learn how to change nothing. If you do not sit down and take an account of your life, where it is, and who are the people who have raised you, what the values they had, and what are their values. If you do not take upon yourself and say, I'm going to reevaluate my life. This thing that I saw you two do in this house, in the name of marriage, this whole nonsense that it's called what we are supposed to do in the future to our wives, I don't buy it. I don't. I've never seen you hug my mother. I've never seen you love on her. I've never seen you talk to her like somebody who is your partner. This nonsense, I'm not learning it. I'm not going to be a part of it. You see how you two look like two balloons that are being rolled down the highway? Your father looks like a balloon. Your mother looks like another balloon. If you do not change your eating habits and your lifestyle, that is your future. You're just going to be two balloons that are walking down the street. It takes a self-determination and self-reawareness, taking into consideration the fact that, yes, you have a space that you're being groomed to grow and look at life. Your parents are your first educational factors. These are the first places that you learn anything from, your parents. And they play a very vital role into your life. Teach a child what they should learn, and when they grow, they will not depart from it. Even our Lord said that. Even the Lord's word justifies that. Train a child in the way they should go, and when they do, they will not depart from it. You have been trained. Now it's your time to reevaluate what it is that you have been trained. Was your dad one who was always gone, and your mother just accommodated it, and she's becoming older than she really is? You have never seen her really smile. She's always faking it. And now you want to create another form of that same dynamic because your mother tolerated it. Now you want another woman to tolerate it. Is that what we are working towards? Your mother had 6 kids and your father could barely sit there and help her raise those kids. She did it all by herself. Oh, your father was out making money. That's the narrative I've always heard. He was making sure that we had a roof over our heads. He was making sure that, let's change let's switch roles. How many women would love to go out and make that money? How many of us are willing to go out and be the ones to bring in that money? And the way life has thrown it in our faces. In this day and age, a woman may not necessarily need you. Not necessarily. I'm not one of those who talks against love and marriage. On the contrary, I am one of those who enjoys love and marriage. But as it is, what society has made it convenient for a woman to just call, and if her car doesn't start, somebody else will come and start it up for her. She just needs to be able to make her own money. If the electricity is not working, she just needs to pick up her phone. Oh, the guy is just going to come in and fix it for her, and she pays for it. Or if the plumbing system stop working, oh, uncle, can you come? There is somebody in the standby. She must not necessarily need you to be the handyman in the house. But as one of those who advocate for love, marriage, and relationships, I will tell you, my dear brothers, that in order for you to fix it and enjoy the process, reevaluate what your setting is. Reevaluate where you are coming from. Reevaluate what it is that your dad was doing to your mom. And if you think it's good enough for you, be my guest. You're going to breed another sad, pathetic human being in the name of a wife. You're going to breed another set of people who will hate the setting of a family. Be my guest. You're going to create another family setting where people will sit down and just watch and not be able to contribute to anything positive to the society because they are so scared to voice out the nonsense that they are dealing with at home. Be my guest. It is your choice. It is your choice. A household is built by two. It's not a job for a woman. Like the society has put it on the shoulders of women. If your marriage doesn't work, it's because you do whatever it takes to make sure that your marriage works. Uncle, auntie, excuse you. It takes two for this thing to work. It takes two. So before you scream at the top of your voice that I should do everything that it takes for this thing to work, make sure that you're telling both of us, it's not my thing. It is our thing. And if both of us are not having the same interest in this thing, I'm not going to hold on to it. It's as simple as that. It is our thing. Marriage is not one person. Marriage is two people. I'm talking about polygamy, the one which I look up to. If you're one of those telling me that it is my duty that I withstand whatever nonsense that is being thrown at me because it is my job to make sure that my marriage works, uncle, out my door. I don't need to talk to you. I don't need you in my space. It takes two for it to work. And if I find myself in a space where I am struggling extra hard, day in, day out, to make it stand, it's not worth it. It is not worth it. So those of you who say, my dad used to take care of himself. My dad used to look so put together. And your mom is the person who does all the work, who used to do all the job, who picked out whatever the outfit was. Trust me when I say this, that you will enjoy all of that with no complaint if you acknowledge her support. If you just do as much as appreciate her for being your partner. A lot of women will carry out these chores with so much grace if they just felt appreciated by their husbands. How hard is it for you to say, my dear wife, I appreciate what you're doing? And it follows up with a character of appreciation. A character of coming back home every day. A character that there are no things that she needs to start searching to figure out what it is that you're doing. A character that doesn't turn her into an FBI in her own home. A character that shows her that you appreciate what she's doing. It's not just by words. It's more of action. A lot of women will lift you up, build the home, pray for you, take care of your kids if they are certain that you appreciate what they are doing. By not going out there and making them look like a fool. Everybody looks at you and laughs at you with the side of their jaw. You're being pointed by those those of you who have developed longer lips than usual. Your wives are being pointed with the lips. Because you are out there making them look like a fool. making the society look at her less than she really is because she's associated to you. So if you want all of that nonsense that you're so much, but my mother did it for my dad. She didn't do it out of love. She had no choice but to make sure that her kids and her household was growing. She didn't have no choice. She didn't have us on social media telling her and reminding her of her worth, that she can look within herself and she can build bigger and better all by herself. She didn't have us encouraging her that, hey, don't worry, that's not where you belong. If your worth is not being recognized, that is not where you belong. She didn't have us. She had no choice. She just believed in what she had at her disposal at the time. So, my dear friends, before we come to the end of this life, your future is right there with you. Whatever it is that your choices are for your future, it's right there with you. If you want to be snatched, if you want to look put together, if you want to look healthy, if you want to feel your best few years down the road, the job is now. When is it that you have to start putting the work? Now. It's now. If you want to be healthy in your 50s, in your 60s, when do you start putting the work? Now. I am 44 years old, and in the past 4 years of my life, my fitness lifestyle has tripled than I was exercising when I was in my 20s. In my 20s, of course, I was out and about and energetic and being able to party and dance a lot more. In my 30s and in my 40s, I'm more reserved and more indoors. How am I able to be active? I learned to be exercising more often. I learned to exercise more often. When you're partying and being outdoors a lot, you're active. Your body is going through some activities. But once you pass that stage and you get into your 30s, now you want to be more reserved. You want to take your time. You want to be at home. You want to take care of your kids. You want to do more house issues. Your activities, your physical activities, your movements reduce. One of the reasons why we start gaining weight at that age, because we are not more out there partying and sucking it in and putting in all the snatched outfits. We are now throwing on slacks. We are now putting on, freer dresses, mumu, boo-boos, whatever we call them, wherever we are from. We want to throw on clothes that don't even show our body shapes. And underneath all of that, fat is finding a very comfortable and very warm, very accommodating environment right here. Ooh, this area is warm. This area is so comfortable. Fat says, you know what? Ooh, the more you hide us, the more we find comfort. The more you hide us, the more we show up. The more you hide us, the more we show up. And the very next day when you're invited for an event and you put on one of your outfits, you look in the mirror and say, whoa, blood of Jesus. Blood of Jesus. Who is this? What have I become? Blood of Jesus. Oh, there is no way I'm stepping out of the door looking like this. Self-esteem down. You see how it generates into all of that? But here and now, that you're more aware and more conscious, on a regular basis, you're going to put on things on your body that shows the parts of your body, that shows how snatched and put together you are, that shows that you feel good about the skin you're walking out of the door with, that you feel good in the skin that you are in on a regular basis. You're not going to hide it, because you know what? One of the reasons why a lot of evil gains a lot of admiration is because it's hidden. It's hidden. Evil gains a lot of recognition because it is done in the hiding. Have you ever exposed a pedophile in your family and you hear how people react? But the minute it is hidden, everybody is comfortable. That is to tell you that evil always finds comfort. You see that extra fat that is under here? It feels comfortable while you continue to hide it. The day you expose it, it's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to be like, oh no, whoa, oh no, no, and he was going to try to do something about it. So make sure that you get around the house and you're able to see it and do something about it. Accept that it is a problem, because the first place that we start changing is in our minds. A lot of us do not even know that where we are, we can move to the next level if we just get out of our own minds. Once you look at the body that you're in and you tell yourself, hey, I don't like this. The truth about this extra weight on my body is that I don't like it. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I love it. I'm not going to use bigger clothes. You know, I used to put on a size 2. Now I want to put on a size 6. I used to put on a size 6. Now I want to put on a size 10. I used to be a size 10. Now I'm comfortable with a size 16. When you start doing that to yourself, you're accommodating the extra weight on your body. Some of us say you only put on spandex. You know, those clothes that expand. Spandex is one of the reasons why you're gaining excessive weight on your body. And it's not going anywhere. You know why? Because even when you gain 2 sizes above your regular size, spandex will still give you some room to keep putting in a lot more weight in the outfit. If I gain even 2 sizes where I am right now, you see that? I will still fit in this. So spandex has deceived a lot of us. I wear a size 2. Then you walk into a store that doesn't sell clothes that are expanding and you're cursing the store out. You're saying their clothing sizes are too small. No, auntie. Their clothing sizes are perfect. You're just used to spandex. And all of a sudden you're finding materials, cotton, linen, silk, that is telling you all the different shapes and sizes that are on your body. And you don't like it. You got to go back into your drawing board and make some necessary adjustments. Tell yourself exactly what it is that you're supposed to do. And be honest about it. Be so honest about it, so much such that once you start seeing the result, nobody is going to take that away from you. Nobody will be able to take that away from you. It just takes that consistency, showing up every day and telling yourself that I can do it. I know exactly what to do to get it there. And I'm not going to let my cravings take away from me the strength that I have inside of me. I know I'm stronger than this. And I know I can have control over how much I eat. But since I'm going to sit here and lie about it and condone the fact that it's my cravings that are too strong, or I'm going to blame it on my hormones, my favorite ones. Those who always call hormones as the major problem for why they are gaining weight. Hormones are chemical reactions and messages that your body sends to your brain. So how can those messages and that your body is sending from one part of your body to the next be the reasons why you're picking up food and putting in your mouth? Be mindful, we all have hormonal imbalances on our bodies. It doesn't matter what stage you are in life, we all have all of that. Our hormones are acting up in different ways. When you're in your period, as my sister is your different hormones are acting up. For my brother, when you get into your 14 and 15 years old, other hormones start acting up and you want to stick your ding dong everywhere. Our hormones are always going to be in our bodies. As a woman, when you're getting a little bit older, when you're in your 40s, perimenopause kicks in. Hormones starts acting up. When you get a little bit more older, menopause kicks in. Hormones start acting. So we are not going to use some of the life-changing experiences as a reason why we are gaining weight on our bodies. It is called age. It is called us, humans. That is how we grow. And in order for us to do it better, we got to know and understand exactly what happens to our bodies as we age. We got to take some time out, learn about who you are as a human being. A lot of us know a lot of things about life, but we have no clue about what it is that our body needs. We have all the ideas about life. We know all the biggest hotels and what is happening, the designer brands. We know them all. But ask them about the food they put in their bodies. Ask them what it takes for them to lose weight on their bodies. Ask them what it is that their body needs in order for it to thrive. They have no idea. How do they even eat? They don't even know how to eat. Humans don't know how to eat. You see cows that you see them in the field. They know exactly how and what to eat. They know that their food is based around where they are. And the food that they eat is coming from nature. They are busy eating the grass day in, day out. Day in, day out. You see us, our minds tell us that we should try everything that looks appetizing wherever we see it. You see what is being sold to you as natural? No, you don't eat that. You want to eat everything that has been processed and reprocessed and reprocessed and reprocessed. That is the one we all are going in for. You see what has been dipped in and fried and refried and toasted and put a little bit of salt on top of it, and you shake it and you see the salt dancing from one corner and finding their way into the corners of the grease that was fried into. That is what we want. It can't just be lettuce. Why should I just cut a grass and eat? Why should I eat that? Or why should I just saute some vegetables that still look in their natural state and eat that? Why should I eat that? You ask yourself, am I a cow? Am I a cow? Oh, no, you're not. But in order for you to maintain a healthy body, you're going to learn to be disciplined. It doesn't come overnight. It's not because you wish it. It's because you learn to be disciplined and you work towards getting what it is that your body needs. So if you're working towards getting that body, that figure that you so much desire, you know, that figure 8, that makes you feel good about yourself, that makes you feel like, hey, I've done it. I've come this far and nobody's taking this away from me. I know that I did the work. Ooh, I know that I got it. I know I feel good about myself. I know I love how I feel in my outfit. Trust me, you become unstoppable. The ideas that come into your mind, you'll be wondering where these ideas of productivity come from. And you will kick out fear. You will toss out fear. You will venture into things that you never thought you were able to venture into. Because the best way to succeed is to overcome fear. Once you start exercising, trust me, there are things you're going to start trying to do. You want to try certain things. And for my brothers who will just do a little more push-up and they feel that muscle up there, oh, they are going to be doing some things that will be spinning you inside out. Until you better make sure you take care of your own self. Because when they start coming in with a lot of that strength, you better be able to adjust. Because, hey, this is PG-30. Those who get it, get it. Those who don't, just continue watching, all right? It is okay. It is okay. Not everybody is going to get what I'm saying. Sometimes I'm going to be all over the place. We are chatting and we are exercising. There's going to be a lot more. Be rest assured, your mindset, your activities, your entire being is going to evolve because you did one little change. You chose to start taking care of your health. You chose to now understand who you are as a person. What do you eat? I know it's not all about exercising. I know eating is something that plays a lot of role in your exercise routine. I'm glad you brought that up. I am glad you brought that up. Just because you know eating is 80% of my results, and what I'm doing here is not the reason why I'm in the shape that I am, tells me that you know exactly what to do, but you want to blame it on the fact that you're not eating the same thing that I'm eating. That's why you're not gaining, you're not losing the weight on your body. Do you know me? Do you know where I'm coming from? Do you know my ethnicity? Do you know the kinds of food that I eat? If I tell you exactly what I eat, will you eat it? The answer is no. So what it is that you have where you are, whatever kinds of diets that you find yourself in, be rest assured, it is good enough to get you to the space where you can have your body in a nice place. You know where the problem is? The major issue is the quantity of food that you put in your system. You can't want a flat tummy and every time you're eating like a bowl. You can't want your stomach to look flat, but every time you eat like this. You want it to be flat, it's going to be down. Look at your plate of food. Is that how you want your stomach to look like? How can you want your plate of food to have this edge on top and then you want your stomach to be this flat? How possible is that? Where are you putting all of this? And this is just one of the meals. We're not talking about the 3 meals you're having in a day. This is just your one meal. And you want your stomach flat. But you eat like this. Oh, no, it's not that high. Stop exaggerating. Oh, you eat like this. So you have just the mommy pouch. That's the only thing you have. It's just that mommy pouch. You want it to be flat, you got to learn how to eat flat. Let your food stay flat in your plate and learn to be comfortable with whatever it is. Plan your meals ahead of time. When you plan your meals ahead of time, do not procrastinate. Don't go adding on extra food after you have eaten. That is where you miss the mark. Because once you go and eat after you have eaten, it's of course going to have consequences and you will not like what you will see. Your food plays 80% of your weight loss journey. 80. 8, 0. 80. So all this nonsense you see me doing here day in, day out, I can stop doing it and eat right. I'll still be in this size. If I continue to eat the same way I'm eating and I stop doing this nonsense that I'm doing in front of you, I will still maintain this weight. There are lots of people you know that do not exercise or do not tell you they are going to the gym every day. And you're seeing them in shapes that you like. You're seeing them toned down and looking put together. There are lots of people like that, right? So ask yourself, why is it that my case is different? No, your case is not different. You just love too much food and you're dealing with the consequences. Food is a potion and it's a healing factor. It's medicine. It can heal you and it can send you 6 foot under. It's a choice how you choose to take the medication. You can either overdose, underdose, or take the right potion. It's a choice. You all stay safe, stay blessed, stay positive, be the very best versions of yourselves. Understand it's not a seasonal quick fix. It is a lifestyle to show up, a lifestyle to show out, a lifestyle to become a better and an improved version of yourself. To get on an exercise and healthy journey, I get it. All right. Good vibe. I know, right? That's the only vibe that we have over here. That's the only vibe we bring over here, and we exercise and we become better and improve versions of ourselves. Understanding it's not easy. Understanding we got to put in the work if we want the result. Understanding that the work can only be done by you, but nobody else. Understanding that the work is done by you, nobody else. If you want the change, you got to do the change. If you want to look different, you have to put in the work. I love you right back. I love you right back. Whoever that is, good vibe. That's all we give over here. Good vibe. Good vibe, good focus, becoming better and improved versions of ourselves. Understanding is not a seasonal quick fix. It is a lifestyle. We show up, we show out. We do the needful, we enjoy the result, and we stay focused and make sure that we become better, improved versions of ourselves. God bless you all and see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. God bless you all and see you on the next video. God bless you. Top fans.